It's Nick here for Into Boxing, and I'm delighted to be joined by Spencer Oliver. First of all, Spencer, how are you?
Really well, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad at all, thank you. Look like you've got a great time going on there. Hit the sunshine?
A little bit of Ibiza, mate. Just got back from Ibiza on Monday. Went over there with the family. It was like, yeah, wicked, nice.
Nice little chill out, or was it a bit of a party one, or?
A little bit of both, I'm not going to lie, yeah. It was a lot of chilling out, but there was a little bit of partying and all.
Obviously, brought the weather back. I mean, it is changing a little bit. Hopefully, the rain stays off. But we are here in Coventry. Breakthrough card, big card, stat card for Sky Sports this weekend. Obviously, something for everyone, I would say, in this card. Obviously, you've got Sam Egginton on there, you've got Adam Azim, you've got Karis Art in store. Just talk us through the card and all the talent that's on there.
Well, do you know what? It's about opportunity, isn't it? This is all about, like, Boxer are doing a great job of giving these kids the opportunity with the Boxer Series. We've got a couple of Boxer Series winners on there. Corey Gibbs, who won a couple of Boxer Series ago, and also Dylan Chima, who's boxing as well on the undercard here. It's about opportunity. Like that Boxer Series gives the kids that are never normally boxing on TV and are not really known to the wider public, gives them the opportunity, and then it elevates them and putting them on shows like we've got here. I mean, top of the bill, Sam Egginton boxing for the IBO Super Welterweight title. That's a great fight that he's in against a Polish guy. Let me get this right. Is it Zook? Something like that.
I was going to go for Zisk, so...
There you go. So, yeah, against an unbeaten Polish guy who brings it as well. And that one promises to be an absolute barnstormer. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of everything here. But what I like about this is that it's about bringing these kids through, you know, and giving them that opportunity, that platform. And they're all buzzing for it, you know. So, it's a great card.
You've obviously been there yourself in your boxing career where you've been at the start. If you could offer them some advice, the ones that are at the start of their career, you know, the Karis Art installs, the Adam Azims, what advice would you give them?
Just take the opportunity and deliver. It's as simple as that. You know, you got to deliver on the platform. And I think they do that anyway. You know, Adam Azim has got star quality about him. 4-0, 3 KOs, and that kid looks like he's going to go all the way. He's a great fighter with wicked hand speed and big power. Karis Arkansas getting a bronze in the Tokyo Olympics, you know, heavy-handed herself. She goes in against a very durable opponent who's boxed over here many times before, and she generally lasts a distance. But Karis is a girl that thrives, she feeds off the pressure. She's one of those, and she's been looking forward to this opportunity. Speaking to her a couple of weeks ago, and she was really looking forward to it, you know. Since when Lauren Price boxed, she was like, I can't wait to get in there, I can't wait for this opportunity. So I'm expecting a big performance from her as well. So yeah, it's all about just taking that opportunity, man, and delivering on the night. That's what you got to do. And the star fighters do that, you know, that's what champions do.
That's it. Obviously, you mentioned Adam Azim there. There's been a lot of talk about Adam, and he can go all the way. I think I read somewhere the other day that he wants to be a world champion by the age of 22. You know, that's only a couple of years away. But from what you've seen of Adam so far, has he got all that quality to go all the way?
Absolutely. I mean, look, he's having his 5th fight, and he's going in a 10-rounder. IBF Super Welterweight international fight. You know, it's a 10-rounder, so that shows that the confidence that they've got in him as well. But from what I've seen, yeah, I think he can go all the way. I really do. I think that as long as they guide him right, give him the right fights at the right time, which I'm sure they will. He's got a great team around him. I think, yeah, we've got a star of the future there.
Just looking back a couple of weeks ago, Richard Racqua obviously boxed out in London. Another great victory. I mean, brilliant fighter. Is it time for a world title for Richard now?
Yeah, I think he's ready. You know, I think that what Richard just, I don't think, believed in himself before. You know, I think he's always had those qualities, but it was lack of confidence, I think, and that's what we saw in his performances. He was sometimes a little bit hesitant, a little bit slow to get going, but as he's slowly been stepping it up, taking the right fights at the right time, yeah, I think he's ready for the world title, I really do.
Think that could happen next?
Possibly, yeah. We don't know what Marius Bradis is going to do, whether he's going to hold on to his title or not. There's an opportunity there. There's loads of opportunities for him. It could happen. It could happen next, depending on, you know, what the other champions are going to do. But Richard's got a world ranking. He's got a good world ranking, and I could possibly see him in a world title fight. If not next, the fight after, definitely.
Stepping up to the heavyweight division, obviously Sky and Boxer announced Joseph Parker after the Racqua fight. Another great signing for Sky. What would you like to see Joseph do in his career now? Who would you like to see him in with?
Well, Joseph Parker's he's one of those he's a good fighter, Parker, and I think that it's helped him teaming up with the Furies because that's giving him the confidence that he needs. He's starting to let his hands go more now. There's a number of good fights out there in this heavyweight division right now. You know, massive fights out there. So yeah, I think that, you know, the Chisora fight again is one that I'm really looking forward to. So yeah, let's see how that goes, and we'll take it from there. But like, there's a number of fights out there for him.
And get a couple of quick predictions from you on a couple of fights. Obviously, Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk announced now for Saudi Arabia. Thoughts on that fight? How does it play out?
Wow, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for Joshua because there's a lot more on the line going into this one now. Now that he's been beat against Oleksandr Usyk, they're taking it over to Saudi, and there's a lot of pressure on his shoulders. He's got to deliver. He knows what he's got to do, but it's whether he can do that, whether he can implement that. You know, like, because he knows that he's got to find that rawness that once took him to the world heavyweight title. You know, that rawness, like when he boxed Klitschko. He's got to take the gamble. He's got to go out there. He can't afford to go out there. There's got to be educated pressure, but he's got to deliver. He's got to take it to Usyk, and he's got to take Usyk out of his comfort zone, because I think if Joshua lets him get into any sort of rhythm, he's going to have a tough night. It's a tough fight for Joshua, it really is, because Usyk's now developed as a heavyweight. You know, when he boxed, let's use Derek Chisora for example, Chisora bullied him at times, you know, made it difficult until Usyk's skill prevailed, and you know, in the latter part of the contest, you know, he worked Chisora out and won the fight. But he was developing as a heavyweight then. He was stepping up from cruiser to heavyweight. Now he's heavyweight, but he's a fully fledged heavyweight. He's a tough guy to beat. He's a really tough guy to beat. You know, my heart is with Joshua all the way. I want him to go out there and I want him to become three-time world champion. I really do, but that is a tough night, man. It's all about tactics and what he decides to do. He's got Garcia in the corner now. Garcia's a great champion, great trainer. And I hope that he can implement the tactics that's needed to beat Usyk. Tough night.
And another fight announced for Las Vegas, Canelo versus Triple G. The trilogy is on. Thoughts on that fight? How do you see that one playing out?
Well, I thought Triple G won the first fight easily. I think the second fight, it could have gone either way, but I thought Triple G possibly nicked that one as well. But I think Father Time's caught up with Triple G a little bit now going into this one. I think Canelo's going to win the third fight as well. I think stylistically these two have made for each other, but Triple G was a monster back in the day, and we saw against Murata last time out that he looks old at times in there. He got the win, and you know, he does what he does best. He comes forward, he's tough, he's heavy-handed, and he broke Murata down. But yeah, I'm going to go with Canelo. I think that Canelo's just the fresher of the two, the younger of the two, and I think that will be the telling difference again. I think that Triple G will have his moments, but I just think that he's started to look a little old now. You know, 40 years of age. God, man, that's incredible. You know, to be still world champion at that age. But I think that, yeah, I think Canelo wins the rematch.
Bit of a confidence booster, and then head back into the Bivol rematch after that, possibly.
Yeah, but Bivol's just too big, too strong, too clever. You know, it just proved that Canelo's not like heavyweight. You know, he stepped out of his comfort zone. He was trying to test himself. You know, he's dominated right from welterweight up until light heavyweight, but that was a step too far. He's too small for the light heavyweights, and he shouldn't be campaigning there. Like, drop back down to middleweight, stay there. That's where his strengths are.
And final one from me. I know I said final before, but final one from me. Which fight steals the card this Saturday night for you?
I think Eggington steals the card. I think that stylistically is going to be a barnstormer. I think they're both going to go at it. And yeah, I think Eggington's the one to keep your eye on, definitely. But I'm looking forward to Adam Azim. I'm looking forward to Dillian Chima. I'm looking forward to Corey Gibbs. There's a number of good little fighters on there. So yeah, there's a lot of good fights on there Saturday night.
Super. Well, Spencer, thank you very much for giving Into Boxing some of your time, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon.
100%.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.